Hey all, Hipper here. Now it could be I'm just a little bit slow, but I haven't really played around with remote play at all. So today I decided to give it a shot, not just because of Legends, but because of a feature that I will show you at the end of this video here. But of course I'm using Legends for this demonstration here. And for those of you who don't know, all remote play really does is to mirror the image from your Xbox onto your phone or your iPad or pretty much anything where you can have the accompanying Xbox app installed, including PCs, by the way. So the things you'll need for this to work is a relatively new phone with an Android version 6. I'm sure pretty much everyone has that, and iOS 10. I mean, that's pretty much everyone in the world anyway. So I'm testing this on an iPhone 12 mini, so I have like the smallest screen ever, basically, and I'm pretty happy with it, but I'll show you that later. Then of course you need the Xbox Series X or S or an Xbox One console, and a controller. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Just make sure it's a relatively new controller with Bluetooth. You will also need the Xbox app, which you can just install on your iPhone or your Android phone. Just get it in the store. And then of course you need a Microsoft account. And last but not least, you will also need an internet connection. And it says that it works with Wi-Fi, and it does work with Wi-Fi. But I highly recommend that you wire your Xbox up using an Ethernet cable. Like the latency is just so much lower this way, and you will thank me later. Don't do it via Wi-Fi to the console. And then obviously you'll probably want to get one of these here. I haven't got one yet, but it seems like pretty much a must-have. So the process to get this working is really simple. You just open the Xbox app on your phone and press the remote play button, and then magically the whole thing just connects. It takes a few seconds and that's it, and you have a very nice mirror image of your TV on your phone, especially on the, like, if you have a really good phone with a really good screen, like one of the recent iPhones. Like the graphics look very nice, and as you'll see in a minute, there's hardly any lag if you connect your Xbox with an Ethernet cable like I showed you before. Of course not everyone will be able to do that, but it really helps a lot. So if you can see here, like the phone is probably 10 milliseconds behind, which is nearly nothing. And in a game like Legends, where like reflexes aren't that important, I mean, it's not Call of Duty, you're not going to notice it at all. So the quality on the phone is really nice, and like I said, this is an iPhone 12 mini with the smallest screen possible, basically. So obviously if you have an iPad or an iPad Pro even, it'll be much better, obviously. But already here on the iPhone is really good, and I'm quite happy with it. So the last feature here I wanted to show you is that if you have two Xboxes in your house and you have a different setup in a different room, and you want to play some couch co-op, you can do that now, basically. Nobody wants to drag another TV into the living room, and that's really what you have to do if you want to play with another person over live. But if you use this screen mirroring here and play just normally on one Xbox, the other player can just hook up using live and play on the phone next to you. And this is really the reason that I set this up here, because I play a lot of local co-op here with friends and my wife, and this works beautifully, and no lag or anything with the internet connection and the Wi-Fi. It works like seamlessly, and I'm going to pop this on my iPad, and obviously it's going to be a much better experience. So from my perspective, obviously this is a great new feature on the Xbox. What I really like about it though is not so much the fact that I can play my Xbox in any room in the house or in the garden or anything like that, but because honestly, how often are you actually going to do that? Probably not that often. I would just go in and turn the real thing on. But like I showed here in the end, what it does mean is that you can play online only games in sort of like a local couch co-op setup, and that is worth gold to me. And that is why I think this is one of the best additions to the Xbox feature set in a long time. So I can only recommend that you give it a go, because so far it works beautifully, and I've only tested it on my own Wi-Fi, and I don't know how well it works off my local Wi-Fi, but I guess we'll see about that. And it's again not that important. I like Legends, but I don't like it so much that I have to play it if I'm on the bus or the train or whatever. So just working well on my local Wi-Fi is fine for me. So I hope you enjoyed this video here, and I'll see you out there.